Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Friday, July 12th, 2024. I am Fredicia Liebert. The St. Christopher and Nevis Social Security Board hosted a stakeholders meeting on Monday, July 8th, 2024 at the Social Security Building at Pinnes to engage in discussions for reform initiative aimed at securing the long-term stability of the Social Security Fund. Director of the St. Christopher and Nevis Social Security Board, Christopher Load, spoke with the Department of Information on Thursday, July 11th, to summarize the meeting held on July 8th, 2024.
So what we're doing currently is looking at parametric reforms, looking at all of the variables that make up our Social Security, specifically as it relates to our long-term benefit, which is our age pension, and making decisions and recalibrating that would lead to the long-term sustainability of the Social Security Fund.
Director Load noted that the last review in December of 2021 prompted the reform initiative, which showed that the total expenditure is exceeding the contribution income.
Contribution income is our largest revenue source. And just as your household, if you're spending more than you're earning, there's something that has to give. It's either you go and try and get more income, or you have to cut back on your expenditure. So we are at what we call an inflection point, where we're seeing a change in terms of with the aging population and the changes in demographics. So persons are getting older and living longer in St. Kitts and Nevis. More persons are qualifying for our age pension, and that means that we are paying out more than we are currently taking in terms of contribution income. So it's important that we look at all of these and make some changes.
Load went further into detail about the proposed options.
Our age pension, as I mentioned before, makes up 82% of our overall total expenditure. So our age benefit, the pensions that we all receive in St. Kitts and Nevis when you get to the age of 62, makes up 82% of total expenditure. So we have to look at all of the variables. How do you qualify for an age pension? Currently we know that it's age 62, but can we increase that to say 65 or 67 because we are living longer? Can we look at the calculation of that pension? So currently, someone qualifies for a pension if they work for 500 contribution weeks, or they contribute for 500 contribution weeks. That equates to roughly 10 years. But can we delay that? Can we increase that to 15 years, or about 750 weeks? And that way, what we are doing is delaying the start of the payment of the pension, and in a way trying delaying and reducing the growth in terms of our age benefit and overall our total expenditure. On the income side, we currently pay 11% in terms of contributions. So our employers pay 6% and our employees pay 5% for a total of 11%. But where we are and what we saw over the last 3 years, specifically at the end of 2023, that our overall expenditure was 16%. So 16% of our contribution goes towards expenditure, goes to the administration of the fund, benefit expenditure and administrative expenditure. So if you look at it, we're at 16% as it relates to expenditure, and 11% when we look at contribution income. So clearly you see that there is a gap. There's a 5 percentage point gap there. So how do we fill that gap? One of the ways that we can do is to increase our contribution rate. So do we increase, say, to 15%, 16%, 17%, in a manner that then covers the administrative and the benefit expenditure and the cost of administering the Social Security? So really there are two main ways: increasing the age or making changes to how we qualify for an age pension. That's one parameter. Another parameter we can look at is in terms of the contribution income or the contribution rate that we currently pay into the Social Security Fund.
Director of the St. Christopher and Nevis Social Security Board, Christopher Load. The following is a notice from the Ministry of Tourism, Nevis. The St. Kitts and Nevis Restaurant Week Tasting Showcase, Nevis Edition, has been postponed due to unforeseen circumstances. The event was scheduled to be held on Saturday, July 13th, 2024, at the Malcolm Gishard Recreational Park. The Ministry of Tourism apologizes for any inconvenience caused and are actively working to secure a new date which will be communicated via local media. Still to come, Culturama 50 action continues with bar crawl and pan fashion fiesta. The details right after this break.
Celebrating culture, embracing history. It's Culturama 50. It's our heritage, that's how we live. Comfort with us for the 50th, we're doing it big. Pulsating sounds, masquerading clowns. Stream band and big drum will be taking over town. Cause we're celebrating culture, embracing history. It's Culturama 50. Nevis Culturama will celebrate its 50th anniversary from July 25th to August 6th, 2024. Come join us. Celebrating culture, embracing history. It's Culturama 50. Celebrating culture, embracing history. It's Culturama 50. Yeah.
Welcome back. Culturama 50 action continues this weekend with a pan fashion fiesta at the Malcolm Gishard Recreational Park. The event will include musical entertainment by the Nevis Community Development Steel Orchestra, the Gifted Youths Steel Orchestra, the Rhythms Steel Orchestra, the Paradise Youth Steel Orchestra, Poinciana Steel Orchestra, and DJ Big Dream Entertainment. Also, part of the evening's activity is a fashion show. The Culturama 50 contestants and participants, along with the past queens, will be showcasing local designer pieces from Dynamic Clothing, Ziki's Designs, Cassidy Print and Press, Little Uali, Red Ibis, So Essentials, Trendy Feet, Fanny's Variety Store, and Carabel Batik. The event begins at 4 p.m. Admission is free of charge. Another edition of Culturama 50 Bar Crawl will take place on Saturday, July 13th, 2024. This event, sponsored by Carib, will see stops at local bars including Octagon, Pittyman Bar, Squeeze Up Bar, Dewdrops, Runway Bar and Grill, Mansa's Last Stop, and Culturama Bar. The Culturama 50 ambassadors will be there to host giveaways as well as for photo ops. Entertainment will be provided by SG Presidential Sounds. Culturama 50 is being celebrated with the theme Celebrating Culture, Embracing History. It's Culturama 50. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Freddie Liebert. Thank you for viewing.